Hi, I'm Bree. I'm a nurse practitioner. I practice here in Georgia in an ICU setting that's seeing a lot of coronavirus, and I thought I would talk to you about when is the right time to end quarantine. This is a very controversial topic, obviously. I think it is important to recognize that as citizens of this great nation, we have the ability to share our minds and our opinions, and this is good. Having varied opinions is what helps us to grow. I think that as human beings, it's important to remember that we should be empathetic and we should use our listening ears when others are speaking and not be harsh to judge others. When is the right time to end social distancing? When is the right time to end your quarantine? So please know that I say all of this with a very heavy heart. The clinician side of me, the side of me that is seeing suffering and death, implores that everyone stay home and hide away from this and shield your family and protect yourself, because you do not want to die from this. It is absolutely gut-wrenchingly devastating to watch people suffer through this. The practical side of me acknowledges that we can't stay shut away forever. Our society will not function that way. And there has to be a safe middle road. And I am definitely not a politician. I am not a statistician. I am not an epidemiologist. I am not the person to make that decision for you. But I can make it for myself. And for me, this is how it looks. I have been living apart from my family for 6 weeks so that I can protect them from me, because I am their liability. And I have isolated myself from them. But today is my day to go home. It is a glorious, wonderful day that I have been waiting for so long. And I make this decision with part elation and part trepidation. I am still scared that my family will contract this, but I recognize that at some point in time, we're probably all going to contract this. Some places I'm working, I'm seeing an improvement in the numbers and the acuity. At my other place, I'm not. I'm seeing similar, if not rising numbers and more deaths. And it's still really rough there, and it may even get significantly worse. But even with the numbers rising in there, we have not outpaced our resources yet. And I've been waiting since our governor opened our state, semi-opened our state about not quite 2 weeks ago, to see if those resources dwindled, and thus far haven't. So it may happen, it very well may still happen, but I feel good as of today that we'll have the resources to take care of my family should they get sick. And that's why I'm going home. There is definitely a risk that tomorrow this will change. But after 6 weeks of watching this, this is how I am slowly but surely ending my quarantine. I'm going back home. And that's what it looks like for me. That's my baby step towards reemerging. You have to make the best, most educated decision for yourself. But it's important to recognize that even though your government is not telling you to stay home, you have to make an educated decision for yourself and for your family. Please, when you go out into the world, be vigilant, be meticulous. Wash your hands a lot, don't touch your face, wear masks. The beauty of masks, to me, is twofold. If you're wearing a surgical mask, then you're not touching your face. To me, this is the number one benefit of a surgical mask. If you're out in public and you're touching an apple that someone else has touched and they're infected, and then you touch your mask instead of your mouth, you've prevented that spread. So to me, that is huge. The other thing is, if you're sick and you're coughing and sneezing, you're not then spreading it to another person. If you and I both are wearing masks, we're both doing these things, and therefore we're drastically reducing the spread. So to me, this is the smart way to do things. I personally also feel like it's too early to gather and party as much as I want to. I want to see my family, I want to celebrate with my extended people, but I think it's a little too early for this for me yet. It might be different for you, but I still advise you, if you're going to do that, you need to do that extremely wisely and not be close and not be physical. It's not nice, it's not neighborly to bash each other for our decisions, because we have to recognize that we all make the best decisions that we can in the moment. But please, please, please do things wisely, do things safely, do things meticulously. If not for yourself and your family, for your community. Oh my heavens, friends, if you have been sick, especially if you have been sick with known coronavirus, you really need to isolate yourself from the world. You need a solid 2 weeks. You need to keep yourself from infecting your friends and your neighbors, because even though you might be doing very well with this, they might not, and they might be one of the people that I'm coding up in the unit, and nobody wants that. So just be wise And it's a day to celebrate for me personally, and I hope it is for you as well. And I hope that you all are surviving and thriving, and I know that this is going to pass. I think it may be much longer than we all anticipated, but just hang in there. Life will never go back to the way it was. It will never be the same. Slowly and surely, we will form a new normal of social interaction.